Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of practice. We were on vacation.
Yeah. Got out of practice of everything on vacation. What?
I think we're live now. Hi, everybody.
Hi. I think the music sounds a little loud.
I know.
to me.
Well, it might be because I usually turn it down here on the computer and you usually don't hear it.
That is true. I usually don't hear it.
When somebody comes on to talk to us, we can find out how the volume sounds. So,
We have a
oh my
mic.
God, the lights are right.
Yes, I'm
back a little
glowing.
bit.
Well, then I can't play the game. My arms aren't long enough.
Okay, we'll go ahead and.
Oh no! Don't leave me. Don't make me chat by myself.
I'm just going to turn things down a little bit.
We were definitely prepared for this. There's no issues here. We're good. Everything's good. We're ready to do this. I didn't just last minute panic thinking that we didn't have stuff set up on the board. Everything's good.
Yeah, of course.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, well, back from vacation. Well, before we left on vacation, we finished up Robinson Crusoe,
We did.
and we were thinking about what game we wanted to play when we came back, and we thought about it just a little bit.
Well, we thought about it a lot of it. And
Then we were
decided
playing
and
this
changed our minds. And
down
then decided. And
on
then changed our minds.
vacation. This is how Mom and Dad talk to each other, both talking at the same time. And I can understand what the hell they're talking about. So we played this down on vacation. We had played through the first two scenarios, or the first two boxes,
Yes.
which are, we don't have them over here. But I can't remember the name of the first two. I guess it's B, right?
Yeah, we're at the L.
Wow. Shit. Oh, here we go.
LM. Comes for M.
Got it. So we started out, I don't know, a couple years ago we played the original Legends of Andor game. It took us quite a while to get through
Well, I mean, we had it for a while and we took it on vacation and we really got into it on vacation. It seems to be a vacation game for us.
it. And then we played this.
Pretty much right after the first one.
I think we played it a little bit on vacation, or maybe came back here and played it when we finished it up. But anyway, this was Journey to the North. This was all with a boat on the sea.
Yeah.
Then we, of course, had the third game, Last Hope, sitting on the shelf for some time, and we decided,
To take it on vacation.
let's do it. So we played it. We played the introductory game because it is standalone, so you can. It will teach you the rules on how to play the game. You don't have to play the first two. And the first game of this scenario, I think there's 5 or 7 scenarios.
11 to 17. What is that? 6?
Yeah, so the first one is basically just teaching you how to the rules again, or the rules.
Yes.
So we're not going to play through that one because it basically just teaches you what to do. So we're going
And
to
it
start
was
on the
super
second.
punishing.
Yeah, well,
It was extremely brutal. There was no way you could survive through that one. We played it twice and then gave up.
one of the reasons we chose this is because it's so brutal, like Kingdom of Death and Robinson Crusoe, and we, as our Dying with the Detmers says, we don't want to take on anything where there's a likelihood we're going to win. Even though the last Robinson Crusoe was really disappointing and
it was
good.
too well. We could have made it harder for ourselves, and I think we should have. We should have made it played on a slightly higher level of difficulty.
Right. This game, though, there are 2 levels, right? Or there is.
I mean, they're standard, but then I did just see on the back of the rule book you can make it easier. There are 2 levels of easier making this.
Yeah. But we're not going to do that. We're going to play like we've always played on the standard. You can't possibly win thing. I mean, we win. The way the game's set up is you play it, and then if you lose, you have to play that level again.
Yes, but I think we'll do like we did with Robinson.
Yes.
We'll play in between streams to try and win if we need to. Otherwise, we'll just move on to the next legend, is what they're called, not scenarios.
So the good thing about is we're going to both be playing 2 characters. That's the way we played through this entire campaign. You can play with 2 players, 3 players, or 4 players, and then I think it balances out somehow with
I thought you always played with all the characters, no matter how many players you had.
no, because there's some scenarios like this one that says if you have 4 players, you get this. If you have 2, you have
That's
3.
true. That's right.
So depends on how you want to do it. I think we determined a long time ago we like playing 2 characters each. That way, really nobody dies per se. You just lose. You don't accomplish the goal. So I guess before we get into the rules and what everything we're going to be trying to do, we can sort of talk through who our characters are, and talk about some of the monsters and the mechanics of it. But you are playing.
Well, I have 2 characters. I have Marin, female warrior from Reichland. Her special ability is when she chooses the move action, Marin can move one other hero with her. This is something we will forget. She doesn't have to stop in order to pick them up or drop them off. And then also in Legend number 11, we all got extra special little abilities. And her special little ability is she has a horse. Your strength is marked on your character sheet. Everyone starts with a strength at 2, but she has a horse, so the horse is 2 higher. So when we do battle, this figures into how you do battles. On my first attack in a battle,
Over here a little bit more. We'll use we're back to a cam, but this time it's Sprite. Dr. Pepper's been retired or drank.
Sprite Cam.
That's right.
Cam. Hey, either way. Anyway, on my first battle, I have a 2 higher strength, and then this is your willpower, which is basically your health, which for everybody starts on 7.
Okay.
Then I also have Cram. With a name like that, how could I not have him? He is a dwarf from the deep mines. When Cram cannot hand over any provisions, apple, nuts, or star herbs, at sunrise, he only loses 4 willpower points instead of the extremely very punishing 8. And if he is able to hand over provisions, he'll get 6 willpower points or 1 strength point. Strength points are massive. It's great to get strength points. Is also his extra special ability. Gets 5 additional strength points in battle on cave spaces, and always rolls with 3 dice independent of his willpower point display.
Okay, and I have the magic user. What is it? How do you say that? Area. Era.
Yara. Oh, I like Yara.
Yara. Yeah, that sounds good. So, what we haven't really touched on from a mechanical standpoint is how you roll the dice to be able to win things, and we can get back to that in a little bit. But she only rolls 1 die, but she has the ability to flip it to the other side. So if you roll 1, you can flip it to a 6. Not only on herself, but she can do it on another character. And then I have the Ranger Pasco. Sorry. I'm trying to read it.
Cam's hard to use.
Yeah, Cam. So anyway, he is a Ranger, and he has a number of dice based on where he is on this willpower track. But what he can do is he can roll 1 and then decide if he wants to take that roll or roll the next one. If you roll the next one, you get to make that decision again. But eventually you run out of dice and you have to use whatever you've chosen. So I can stop at any time and take if I can roll a good number. So.
Also, you're ranged. You're the only one that's ranged.
Yes. Turn off cam. And so those are our characters that we're playing. There's a lot of little things that we can get into as they come up throughout the game. But essentially what the game is it's an adventure game that has different scenarios that we go through for the campaign.
Puzzle to figure out the best way to accomplish your tasks.
Hey Bill. We're back. Yes.
Oi.
Last day before we're going back to work tomorrow. So we're still in relaxed mode. So we're going to see how this goes.
Last whiskey.
So you have this map here that you can see. Maybe you probably can't read the numbers very well, but each area has a different number, and there are little arrows that are on each of these places, and there's going to be monsters that come out and get placed onto these different areas, and you can sort of see the red bases and white bases are monsters also.
Skeletons.
And there's some gray bases you probably won't be able to see as well on the screen here. But they're going to move each round, each time a day goes by, it's going to go to their phase, and they're going to move along wherever the arrows point in each one of those sections.
Until they get to the dwarf road that goes all the way through the board. As soon as they funnel into the road, they head straight towards our camp, which we are trying to protect.
Right. So what you basically have is you have a day. It's broken up into 8 or 7 hours, and then you have overtime, 8, 9, 10. And there, if you go into overtime, of course, you're going to take some willpower hit points of damage because you're overworking your day. And what we're going to do is there's basically a track here that walks through what you do each day, and then each character can burn their hours as they do things, do whatever they're trying to accomplish. And once the day is over, the characters go back to the beginning, and the player tokens go back to the beginning, and then you do the monster phase. And it's pretty brutal as you go through. Lots of events will happen, monsters will come out on the board, they will make movement towards their objective, and they can leapfrog each other. There's a lot of different things that we'll come to as they happen and explain them. But a monster phase can take you out pretty quickly. So you have to be able to do multiple things. You're going to have to be trying to figure out how to get your character to get to the objective. We're going to have to be figuring out how to move and use our time wisely, and when it's good to fight and when it's good to just run to get your stuff done. Like Descent, a lot of Descent is basically run to get the objective done. If you stay around and fight too long, you're just going to lose the game. It has that kind of element to it also. So it's very much a balance. And then manipulating your strength and your willpower points and using your special abilities to be able to help get those things done is key.
Yeah.
Also over here, you can sort of see it on the side. I'll move this just a little bit. It's not moving. There we go. You can,
Oh!
That's why it wasn't moving. There's a track on the board on the side that has this little, what's the pawn guy called? Narrator of the story.
Because it's all a story. It's legends,
Right.
telling the story of what happened.
And he'll be moving based on whatever. It's got certain things happening. You know, if you kill a monster, you will move this. If you, I think at the end of every day, you'll see that's part of the moving the narrator as part of the phase. So this thing will be moving up, and if it hits any of these little stars, which are different for each scenario, then you will read something, and it usually means something else bad's going to happen. So there's
Usually
a whole
means
lot of
monsters are coming out.
whole lot of bad, really.
Dial down the music a smidge. Thank you, though. Hey, Sass.
What do you think, Bill? Is that good? Good now?
Hopefully we don't have to go over everything. You guys can just pick it up as we go if you missed anything.
So let us know if the music's still way louder than us. There's also tokens and things on the board that are laid out, and as you land on these spaces, you can pick these tokens up. I'd say they're about 60-40, good, bad, maybe.
But we
Depends
always
on
find the
game.
bad ones first. Almost a whole year of
Oh,
incorrigible.
wow. Thanks, Blaudio22, for subscribing. Did it pop up?
I don't know.
I don't think it popped up on the thingy. Anyway, so there are, whenever we do any kind of fighting, which we'll get into and talk a little bit more about later, but as you saw on our character sheets, we had, let me turn back to Can. We have strength, willpower, and you're going to roll certain dice to be able to fight the monsters. So Your strength points will add on to whatever your die roll is to be able to help defeat the monster. Well, they have the same type of thing here, and depending on what type of monster you're fighting,
I mean, technically they're called creatures. Because they're not inherently evil. They just hate us.
They're going to start at different places, and they're going to roll a certain amount of dice based on...
Cam can move. Yes.
Yes, it's Can. I can show you what Can looks like, but turning off Can, you see Can. So this is Dr. Pepper has been
upgraded. In my opinion, upgraded because Dr. Pepper's nasty stuff.
Drunk, and now we're at Can. So anytime, I think one of the annoying things with Robinson Crusoe is we tried to set up something to be able to show boards and things like that. I think with the little tripod and everything, I think Can with his simplicity is far easier. Now I will say I could have just removed the can and just had Can and still just hold it, but there's something
you need
about
a handle and a stand.
That's right. There's something about being able to place Can where I want and have him stay put rather than just willy-nilly fall over the place.
Yeah, you can't have willy-nilly
Cam would just do whatever it wanted to, as we all know. So, anyway, that's a good breakdown. There's events that happen. There's
You'll pick it up as we go. We don't need to
There's
explain
stuff
it.
that we get, items that we can get, and things like that throughout the game. But it's going to be brutal. So, let's get started.
Story thus far. We are playing the third box, which is called The Last Hope.
Just make sure it's all on the screen.
And every legend comes with these cards. It comes in a big stack of cards, which you then have to sort by the legend number and then alphabetically. I don't know why they don't come like that. It is one of my many little gripes about this game. They're just a mess, and you have to put them together. Anyway, the legend. How do you begin the final chapter of a great story? A story that started over 100 years ago with the flight of a small band of slaves from the land of Crod and led to the founding of a new kingdom named Andor. A story full of fearsome creatures, fantastic magic, and great valor. Now it's time for this chapter to begin, in the rain. The heroes of Andor had taken shelter under a rocky ledge. Thunder was in the air, and they were uneasy. This is Legend 11, which we're playing 12, so I'm just giving you the idea of what was going on. So basically in Legend 11, it taught you how to play the game again, in case you hadn't played before or you needed a refresher. Our heroes arrived to this new land. They formed a reconnaissance patrol for a troop of Andori. The troop consisted of a small band of brave farmers, smiths, and woodworkers. They had willingly entered into this venture with the heroes, who wanted to help free some abducted Andori from the clutches of the Crater. Crowder. Krahder. Crowder Crater. We have to go on, said one of the heroes. But without fresh provisions, we will not hold out much longer. Yes, and we should take a look around here before we get going, responded another. Who knows what might be lurking in this mist? Well, what was lurking in the mist are wargers, which we called wargs because it's easier to remember. They're the little guys that look like... They look like crab dogs.
There.
One of the things I do like about this game is the tokens have reversed art. So it's one side on one side and the other side on the other side. So it's like front and back on the art.
Okay.
I know it's stupid. But what else was lurking in the mist were these mountain squirrels. Squirrels are in the first two boxes, but these guys are tougher because they live in the mountains.
Mountain squirrels.
Mountain squirrels. Trolls. And that's all we discovered in the Legend 11.
Yeah, so we don't know about these other meanies that will come out at some point in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we discovered in this land there is a big rift that goes all throughout here and all throughout here. But some of these areas are close enough we can jump. Looks kind of like your uncle. So where you see this little dotted line with a number in the middle, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You can jump across there, but your willpower has to be whatever level that number is. So that's a 10, that's a 7, there's an 8, and here's 12s.
Here, these can again.
You can jump right across here, but you need a willpower of 10, at least.
Okay.
Also in Legend 11, we built a bridge. So this bridge will be coming out in a minute. It hasn't been instructed to do that yet. It's going to go right here-ish, somewhere. Ish.
Okay.
Shall we get into Legend 12 then?
Yes. Yes, we shall.
Yes, we shall. Legend 12, The Pale King, A1. Start by carrying out the instructions on the Grey Mountains checklist card. I did that. Put all that crap out. Yeah, we did that. Get the large bridge token ready.
Wait. You gotta get ready.
Okay, get it ready.
You can do it.
And then each hero rolls a large gray die, which is what some of the monsters use. I set this up for us already.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to start on the board, which I did this earlier, so this is why we're starting where we are. So that's Marin up there on our horse with the blue, and Kiara with the purple, and then Cram with the yellow, and
Pasco
with the green.
We never ever used the names.
No.
We just said green guy, blue guy.
We do. We're awful.
Yeah, that's not a very good rule.
It's not. It really isn't. We're terrible. Then we have this star herb, which is one of the things we can use for provisions for our food. It randomly was placed here, and every round, as long as there are unpicked star herbs here, it will grow more. The light was fading. The heroes of Andor were standing watch. They had distributed themselves around the camp. A few days before, they had been woken by cries in the middle of the night. Skeleton warriors had penetrated the camp unnoticed and had tried to rob the Andori. Then the witnesses reported seeing a skeleton with a golden crown leading the others.
As you're reading them,
You're gonna get what?
I'm going to get a little bit of this drink.
Oh, okay. The heroes had consulted amongst themselves and wanted to take up the hunt for the Pale King, as the Andori called him, as soon as possible. To find him, the heroes wanted to seek out the shy mountain folk and request their counsel. Our task for this legend: before the narrator reaches the G, which is where this star is, that you can just barely see, the heroes must uncover the 3 Mountain Folk 1, 2, and 3 instruction cards. To uncover each card, the heroes must activate a fog token or cave token with a green-skinned man depicted on it. Place the marker ring on letter G.
So, essentially, we have to flip these gray ones over or these cave
Caves.
tokens over to find 3
Mountain men.
mountain men, which
Which
could
are
be
called-
anywhere on the board here. So as you can see, there's, I don't know how many mountain men there were there like 5?
Agrin. That's in the other book. Or no, it's on the front of this book, sorry. There are 2 Agrin in the caves,
Okay.
and there are 4 Agrin in the fog.
So 6 total of all of these.
And we
gotta
need to find 3.
3 of them. So we're going to be doing some searching.
Yes. Suddenly, a wild clamor echoed from the north. The dark creatures had gathered themselves for a new attack on the camp. Place Wargers on space 212. My other little gripe about this game, you would think 212 would be near 213, 214, 215. Not necessarily. 213 could be up here, and 212 could be way down
I think
here.
they do that for a reason because
That makes no sense.
because they have things like where they have when you roll it and you use the last number or you add 50 to it. If they added them all together, they'd always be at that point in the board. Like if 250 was always here, they'd always go right there. But if you have the
They should change the
50s
rules to make it so that the numbers are easy to find, because it is so hard to find anything on here.
Anyway, where did I put this first one?
212.
All right. So,
See, there's 213.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Are we standing up?
212. Got it.
223.
223.
And then 253.
223.
There's 223.
253.
53. Which is right here.
Look how fast we are.
Yeah. Place mountain scrolls on 215, 217, 219, 221. So 215 and 217.
215. Well, there's
15?
15.
You're going to get to 219 also.
217, did you say that
Yeah,
one?
219.
219.
And 221.
And 221. Well, this makes perfect sense because they're all going to be trying to get to our camp.
Armored mountain scrolls and wargers, muttered one of the heroes. This won't be easy. And once again, the image of the fourth shield appeared unbidden before his eyes.
Hey, Harness, how you doing?
Hey, Harness! The fire shield!
Oh, dear God.
Which is such a joke. We'll get to it, though. Not all the heroes were happy about the discovery of the last of the four shields. All of them feared its destructive power. Should they use it? A hero standing on space 201, which is where the camp is, can collect the fire shield.
Which is right here.
Music's still a little too loud, according to Harness.
Is it? Thank you.
Thank you, Harness.
How about now? Is that any different?
Did you adjust anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it should be different.
Better.
Okay.
Well, I just want to make sure. Okay.
The fire shield. This is what the fire shield does. For each side of the fire shield, it's two because it's a flat thing, the hero who carries it, they place a fire token on the space where he is currently standing, not just passing through. It will remain there until the end of the legend. A hero standing on a space with a fire token drops to 3 willpower points and can never rise above 3 willpower points for the rest of the legend. Creatures also drop to 3 willpower points when they are standing on a space with a fire token, but they immediately regain their normal willpower point value once they have left the space. A hero carrying one of the powerful shields, such as a storm shield, which we don't have because we were supposed to get in Legend 11 and we didn't, can use one side of the shield to protect himself from losing willpower points. The carrier of the fire shield can do that with the remaining second side as well.
But it's really irrelevant because we're not going to use the fire shield.
Okay. Equipment. Each hero starts with 2 strength points and 7 willpower points. In addition, 2 strength points are allocated to the group. So
we get to split 2 strength points up amongst us, right?
yes.
I say the range guy because we definitely need him a lot, and then one of your 2.
What about mine? Because on that first
Yep.
battle, it'll be
I think that's
even
good.
higher. Okay.
Yep, sounds good.
The group of heroes also gets 1 apple nuts.
So apple nuts are basically food that you have to eat each round. In the previous 2 games, that did not exist.
Nope.
This is
Oh, we do get the storm shield.
This does give us another added thing we have to worry about.
I forgot we had the storm shield.
We actually have it. Or
Yeah,
is
we
that what
get
we
it.
can?
No, we get it.
Okay.
And we get a telescope. What the telescope does is wherever you're standing, every token, face down token on the board that is adjacent to where you're standing can be flipped up without being activated. So one of us gets that.
Does we only get one of these?
We only get one.
All right, so we're gonna need to get some. The only way to get these corn, or what are they called?
Apple nut.
Apple nuts, is to flip over these tokens also, or was there another way to get those?
Fog and cave.
Fog and cave. Okay.
So in the fog there are 4 apple nuts and 1 star herb, and in the cave there is 1 apple nut.
So I'm thinking give it to Marion because you have the best strength, and we want you to keep your willpower up.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Who's
And
going to take the
then
shield?
The shield we should give to. What was the shield again? The straight storm
Unless
shield.
you deflect 5 willpower points on a, or all willpower points drains on a failed battle.
Well, I go once
And-
again to you.
To Mara?
Yep. We need to keep one really strong one, and then we'll add other stuff in it as we go.
Already looking stuff up. Can be used once to fend off a negative event, like on an event card,
Okay. Right.
or avoid the loss of willpower points for the carrier of the shield after a battle round.
All right.
Okay.
And then, what was the... Because he doesn't need... He only loses 4 willpower on the round if he doesn't have food.
Correct.
Compared to everybody else that loses 8.
But he gets 6 willpower or 1 strength if he does have food.
Right. So we want to give him food.
Yeah.
But if somebody's going to lose food, we want it to be him.
Yeah.
All right. And then the person that's going to be walking around the most gets the spy class. So why don't we give that to the ranger, I guess.
Okay. Okay. It says lowest rank begins, so every character has a rank. Marin is 14, Cram is 71.
How'd you say it?
Iara.
Iara. Okay. Iara is 34 and Pasco is 82. So it's the lowest that goes first?
Yeah.
So
Marin in the blue goes first.
Okay. So our goal here is initially...
I forgot. What is our goal?
We're going to try to find those 3
Oh,
tokens.
yeah, the mountain men.
So we need to
find
most
mountain.
efficiently use our time to find those. Now,
We also have to keep the creatures from getting to camp. If the creatures get to camp, we lose.
and they are going to be moving at the end of each day, or at the beginning of their phase.
We can go through the sunrise box when we get to that.
So what I'm thinking, one of the things, this is very much a time management game. And a lot of time we will not use the overtime unless we're in a stressful situation, because you do lose 2 willpower points every time you do go into any kind of overtime. And you go 8 or 9 or 10 hours, you could lose up to 6 willpower points. And we both start at 7. And we don't want to do that. So what we might try to do, that we didn't do on our vacation place, is we might try to use that overtime a little bit more often to be able to get more stuff done, because you've only got so many rounds. So we're going to start with you, and I suggest at this point you could probably go and just go ahead and knock that one out and start moving this direction.
Okay.
And then we'll move them over, because we pretty much have to do what we did before last time we tried this, is we need to go and then jump over and try to clean these off as we go, because we got to search in each one of these
Until we find the 3 mountain men. Yes.
You're right.
Okay, so yeah, move me up to that
and
cave.
not fighting unless we absolutely have to. We only have 2 that are going to leapfrog, right?
They all.
Well, I mean 2
Yeah,
of
they
them
go twice.
They do twice, so we might need to take out a few
Yeah, we're
of
gonna
them
take
there.
out
But
a couple
you're going to
spells.
be the one taking them out, so
Yeah. Move me into the cave.
1.
No, just straight
you
over.
want to go over here?
Yeah.
So we moved her 1 hour up for her to move from here to here, and she gets this token.
Oh, it's a wineskin. What a wineskin does is two sides to it, full and a half empty, and it lets you move 2 extra spaces, essentially one space for each side.
So that's your wine skin, and that's your empty sack. That's when you've had a good day.
Okay, so it is now. Are we gonna go like this, or are we gonna go over there to green and come back to blue? Or are we gonna go straight down the line?
I think we go. Yeah, we don't usually sit next to each other when we do this, do we? Probably down the line. That makes the most sense.
Okay, so Cram is next.
Okay.
He's down here.
So this token right here is a well, and when you land on that, you get 3 additional willpower points. But you use that well for the day, so nobody else can go and get those. So,
Well, on this turn, I can move here, get the well.
Yeah.
Next turn, move here, get this fog token, and then next turn, jump over here.
so I think that's a good plan. We go there, you get 3 willpower, and we flip the token over, and so you got to put your guy up on 1 hour.
Yes. So now I am at 10 willpower, so I can jump that ravine as long as I don't get hurt.
And we're going to go to
Iara. E-Ara. E-A-R-A. E-Ara.
Ira.
Like
Iara. Okay, so Iara, I think we're just going to go, I think she's just going to go up and start taking them out this way as you move down this way. So 1, 2, 3 hours to move that far, and she picks up a token that is a
Event.
Well, it's an event, so.
This could be good or bad.
Yes. There. So you get a card.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna move the cards closer to me because I can't quite reach them. There, just remind me that right there. A mighty gust of wind tore through the veils of mist. Turn over 3 fog tokens that are lying immediately adjacent to each other. Spaces connected by a jump space also count as adjacent.
So we can do
Yeah, you can-
anywhere on the board?
It says turn over 3 fog tokens that are lying immediately adjacent to each other. So not those 3 because they're not all immediately adjacent to each other.
Well, they are immediately
These-
adjacent to each other, but we're going to be able to get those. I'd
These
say
are all adjacent to each other.
I would get the ones that are going to be the most difficult to get to, so we know what they are.
These 3 here.
Well, they can't. You can't do
They're
that.
not.
These, so it would be these 3 would make it so when you come across, you go up that way, or we could get the furthest away.
I mean, maybe we get these so I know if I can ignore them.
Right. That'll just it'll save you time because you have to go 1, 2, 3. I say. So how about this one, and this one? Because that way, when you come across, you can just go that way, and they're all 3 adjacent. Okay. So we just flip them up, right?
Yep, they're not activated.
Okay, that's a baddie. That's a +1 strength.
Ooh,
And that's another baddie. So the good thing is we just avoided those baddies, right?
we did.
They
But then I
don't-
could get that +1 strength.
They
That'd be
don't
nice.
activate unless you go into
Correct.
that.
Unless I go activate them. Not just walking into the space. I have to actually activate them. Which,
You may want to do that.
to get your willpower up or your strength.
Well, I think when you go into that, it flips over and then you put the baddie on there.
You have to activate it to flip it over.
Hey, Chess and Poker! Thanks for following.
Thanks for the follow.
Good to have you on. If you've ever played Legends of Andor before, we're doing The Last Hope, the
Third box.
Third box. We played through the other 2. If you'd like to see us play through the other 2, go back in time, become invisible, and come over and watch us play them. Because we didn't see
you. on
you.
vacation too.
We didn't see you when we were doing it, so you had to be invisible.
Because we weren't streaming then either.
Right, well, exactly. But if you could go back in time, find us, and become invisible.
I feel like if he was able to go back in time, becoming invisible is just...
An easy
Yeah.
peasy thing.
Yeah.
You think invisibility is easier than time travel?
We already have things that are sort of somewhat invisibility things.
Yeah.
Light diffracting, yeah, I think that'd be easier than going back in time. Which I just listened to a podcast today where they talked about it, and they said it's pretty much impossible
To be invisible or to go back?
to go back in time.
Well, I guess if you really wanted to see us play the first 2 boxes, you're out of luck. But
Wow, you're
you can
rude.
watch us play this one.
And
That's rude.
After all that, he probably doesn't want to anymore. Whose turn was it? That was me. I just went yellow, right?
Okay.
And no, you... How did we get the event? This is why we don't interrupt ourselves during a turn.
So
Purple
you-
went,
what
you
did-
flip the token
Right,
up there.
right, exactly.
Purple did. This is Green's turn.
All right, so
No. What's his name?
Pasco.
Pasco's turn.
So Pasco, since I think Pasco's just going to go. He's not going to be able to get over this.
No, you want to get that fog token?
Yeah, and then I guess you can head down that direction. We're gonna, if we all get together in one area to fight, which one of these do we want to take out?
The scrolls, I think 3 of us could take them out. Take one
Exactly,
out.
but we need to. If you look at how they're going to move, this one's going to move and this one's going to move into this space.
Yeah, so one of those 2
So
needs out.
we need to get rid of one of those 2.
Yes.
Probably this one. So
Yeah, probably.
ultimately, you're going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get into that space, and you're at 1.
So I'll have one chance to battle it.
And I can get to this space where I need to get to ultimately.
But yeah,
1,
but first
2,
go to the
3,
fog.
4, which will give me. Well, I haven't done it, so that'll give me. So 1, 2, and we'll get this. And look at that! It's one of the nuts.
Oh, good.
So we have an apple nut for Pasco. So Pasco will not go hungry.
Good. Good for Pasco.
So far we have Marion and Pasco that have
Marin. There's no Ian. Marin.
Marin to not have to worry about food. We still need to find 2 pine or apple nuts. What is it? All right, on to you.
Apple nuts is not something I've ever heard of before.
Exactly, apples. At least none of the apples that I have ever eaten.
So am I going to just run over to this space, or am I going to like stop at this fog token?
Well,
because I assume your purple guy's going to get.
I mean, yeah, I can.
Yara's going to get those two.
Yeah. So why don't you go right to this team then?
Hello, Leland.
Hello, Mr. Steele. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hours. And then you can get this one.
Yes, please. Oh, pine nuts. Apple nuts.
Apple nut.
Corn nuts.
Nut. How do you say nut?
Nuts.
You found your nut.
So, Marin already had a nut, and now she has 2 nuts. But Cram still has no nuts.
Well, you can give one of your nuts to Cram. You can cram one of your nuts whenever you're in the same space, right? But
Cram's running over this way.
Cram's not gonna be near your nuts.
No, he's not.
So,
Let's protect these nuts.
well then, I think Cram might get lucky and find a nut here or here.
I hope so.
So hopefully.
Okay,
But
so
like we said, he's the one that loses the least.
yes,
So this is the best case scenario.
yes. So Cram's gonna go ahead and dump that cavern.
Okay.
Cavern.
1,
Cavern.
2.
Yeah.
So move him up 2 in the day. Use 2 hours, and then he gets a
An
card.
event. A bolt of lightning. Very, very frightening me.
He doesn't say that.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Came flashing down from the gray sky. The Andori cried out. Cried out.
What did they cry out?
Ah!
Okay. Ah!
A fire had started.
That's what they cried out.
So cried out that.
Okay. A fire started! That's the Andori?
Yeah.
Oh, they sound. A fire has started! They're a lot deeper voices
Oh, obviously.
on that Andori.
For some reason. Because they're mountain people.
That's right. Mountain people.
Oh, they cried out my nuts.
Actually, if they're mountain people, they're at a higher elevation, so more than likely they have a higher pitched voice. But
Pee pee! Pee pee! It's pee pee! Pee pee, cry out my nuts. Cry out my nuts. My nuts! There you go. Place this card above the sunrise box. When the heroes have to hand over provisions at the next sunrise, a hero standing on the space with a camp or supply wagon will have to do so too. So typically if you're standing in this place with a camp, which is way up there at the top of the board, which we've actually never been to yet in the 2 games we played, you don't have to hand over provisions during sunrise. So I'm just going to discard this because we're not going to be going to camp.
there's no time to be running back to camp. in
No
this game.
time for camping.
And if camp was in the middle of the board, maybe we'd pop by. But way over there, you got to spend a number of hours just getting back to camp.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
We'll just take the
We
hit.
got stuff
I mean,
to do.
it probably would be worth it, and probably would be smart to go back to camp when we know we're not going to have food. We're not. Gonna.
Then you're wasting a day,
We're not.
right? Because you're going to waste half the day getting there and half the day getting back. You might as well take the hit. So, okay. So now we are at whose turn was that?
Crayon.
Okay. So now we're at Iara. Is that right? Iara.
Yara, you got it right. Good job.
So Iara is going to just pop down here for an hour
Okay.
and see what's in there. +2 willpower.
Nice.
That's going to take her to 9, which is nice.
Which willpower is also like your health. Just a reminder.
Yeah, so when you lose, when we'll get into the battle, we'll explain how the willpower works. So she's done, and we go to Pasco. Pasco needs to get up to 216 to be able to shoot
To be ready to fight.
to the next.
So we got a problem actually.
What's that?
Yara's not in position.
Well, we can move Iara there and pick that one up next day.
I know, but see, on my turn, I'm going to move to 217. I'll get the fog token.
Well, then you just go here and we kill this one because he's going here anyway. It's the same difference. Because all we're trying to do is keep from 2 of them coming together
Right.
on this one. So if you can move here, get this, then she'll move there, and then he can move up there.
Well, we would need to be in the space with the thing, so that doesn't actually help.
There is a thing right there.
With the thing. So what I'm saying is, if I go here on my turn,
Yeah.
and then
You'll pick up the
fog token,
fog token.
and then on your turn you can run down here,
I'll
And then
I'll start the battle.
and then on Green's turn you'll start the battle.
Yep.
So okay.
That
So
works.
whose turn is it?
It is your turn.
Okay. So So
You'll go there.
I'll go here. I'll move me up. And then I'll get this fog token.
What'd you get?
Serve.
Well, man, you collecting all the food.
Apparently I'm a food hoarder.
Well, you're gonna have to give
Oh, I can give you one of them.
Yara.
Yeah, I can definitely give
One of
Yara
them.
one of them.
And then we're not that bad of shape.
Okay, so it's Cram's turn. So Cram's gonna run down here, get this +1 strength.
Okay.
Move up 1. And then Yara is going to run down to here.
I guess I'm just gonna skip that one for
You're gonna
now.
have to.
1, 2, 3, and 3.
That
Oh
puts you at
no,
7.
she's gonna have
You're
to
going
do
to go overtime.
We're gonna do 1 overtime.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yara can do the overtime. She knows what overtime's all about.
Does she?
Yeah, she works it however
She's
she
a
needs
hard
to work.
worker.
She works hard for the money for sure. So 1, 2, 3.
You don't need to go 3.
Oh, that's right. 2, 2,
2.
and then I can't initiate.
Well, yeah, but
Right.
Marin can.
So okay.
So you cannot attack and move on the same turn. You can only do one action.
Right.
So which is why Pasco can't initiate the attack.
But Pasco has range, so he can shoot from 1 away, which is where Pasco likes to be.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Marin's going to initiate this attack.
Yes, he is.
She.
She is.
She. So Marin goes up 1 on the time track.
Okay.
Yara's going to participate. She goes up into overtime. She loses 2 willpower.
Okay.
Pasco's also going to join in, and he goes up to 5.
So.
Oh.
Yep. So the way we'll do this is now we're all collectively fighting one of these monsters, which is what's the name of the monster?
Scroll. Mountain scroll.
So here, let me teach you this right now.
So
Cam. So you put the cube on
the strength cube.
the scroll, and the number underneath of the scroll shows how many
Strength points.
strength they have, similar to what we have over here with strength points, which is this row here. Then you also put this little disc on the whatever the monster is, and that is I can't move the can.
Willpower. That's their
Oh, wait,
willpower.
I can
So
move
it's on 10 willpower.
Can this way.
It's on
There we
10
go.
willpower because that's where his little picture is.
Okay.
So then it's in this line. So he has a red base, so he rolls 3 red dice.
Right.
We add the highest die number to his strength, and that is his battle value. Now, all creatures, if they roll doubles, gets added together. All heroes do not add together their doubles unless they get a fancy little helmet.
So essentially, it could go very wrong for you at any given time if they roll doubles or triples. Do triples
Yep,
get out
yep,
together? Okay,
yep.
so yeah, if he could roll 3 6s,
Any matching
you got
numbers.
18.
Yes.
So the good thing about fighting together and what makes it really
Advantageous.
that's a good word.
Worth getting together.
Good word.
Yay!
You get an extra strength point just for
Can I
that.
have a gold star?
No, a strength point.
No, I want a gold star. Because you can't give me a strength point.
No, but it certainly would help.
It would.
So what we have to do is roll. So let's just here. Let me get back to can, and we'll do the first roll, sort of live
Knock
here.
over your whiskey.
Well, no,
So I rolled my 3 dice.
but I can't see it. So you have to move them over here.
I have a 6. Plus, this is the first battle, and I have my horse. My horse battles for me the first round, so I have 5 strength. So I have a total of 11.
All right. So now with Iara, she rolls 1 die. She rolls 1 die, but she can flip it. So, the good thing is she rolled a 6. But I also can let somebody else flip a die.
So your strength is 2, so he has a total battle value of 8.
Added to yours is.
Now we're at 19.
All right. So now my ranger, I get to roll, as you can see here, 4 dice because my there's cat key. So since I'm on this row, I have willpower. I get to roll 4 dice. So now the 4 dice, the way that works, like I said before.
It's moving way too much. It's a little disorienting.
All right. Well, that's what you get when you have a sprite can. So I roll the die, and then I get to choose if I want to re-roll or roll the next one or keep the outcome. So I rolled a 6, so I'm just
I say we keep that.
I'm going to keep that because that's usually the highest die number you can get on a 6.
And your strength is 2?
And my strength is a 3 because we took an additional.
Oh, that's right. So you have a total of 9. So altogether we have a battle value of 28.
Okay, so up.
Skrulls rolled a 1, 2, 3.
Yep, so you take the 3est.
Yep, the 3est. The 3est of the 3s.
Yep.
And he has a battle value of 9. So that is our battle value of 28 minus his battle value of 9.
Well, he gets.
Of 9.
Oh, I thought he got this plus all 3. Okay, yeah, got it.
And that equals 19. So he loses 19 willpower.
And he has 10.
So we killed him.
So he is dead. And that's the way it works well when you have multiple people attacking each other. If you have one guy attacking something, it tends to not work well. So, dead monsters go down here in the corner.
And trigger the
then
narrator.
Our little narrator guy, this moves the story along. So now it's going to move up to the little B. And since there is a red token on it, she reads something.
A distant hammering echoed through the ravines. The work on the bridge was coming along well, and soon the troop of Andori would be able to move forward. But suddenly, a different noise could be heard among the hammering. Rough voices and wild slobbering. More creatures were coming! One hero rolls a red die. Then read what happened.
I will roll the red die, and we got a 2.
Place 1 warger on space 252.
Wargers are wargs, right? Okay.
Yes.
On what?
252.
There you go.
Thank you. Place 1 mountain scroll on 220.
Scrawl, 220.
That's it.
So you can see how things are building up over here. And we are, so Iara is done with her day. She's already taken the extra overtime. She is taking a nap.
So since she's the first one to go back to the sunrise box, she goes into the
Rooster. Because
cock
I
box.
always said the cock box. Yeah. That's how you know who gets up first in the morning. First one to stand at attention is Iara.
Okay. Also, Marin's done.
So Marin goes in there. Okay. And then we have insert eggplant emoji. Yes. Then we still have Pasco, who is on hour number 5, so he can.
He got cockboxed.
That's right. So I'm gonna just go right here to pick up this token because we
Hopefully
need
it's
to
a
get
mountain
it.
man.
And it is a.
It's not a mountain man.
This is a bad.
It's a scroll.
It's a scroll, so we add another bad guy right there. Now, just because they're in the same space, they don't ever attack us.
No.
They just always continue to go towards their objective.
They're rather single-minded.
And then we attack them, and that's when the fights take place. So.
Yeah. Their objective is to get to our camp and destroy camp.
So this particular one, these other ones are going to move down to here, then down the line. This one here has an arrow pointing right to this space, so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 would be in the camp.
Yeah, we could lose this very quickly.
So we probably need to kill them. Which means
You.
backtracking. Well, me and one other. Probably, I think Iara and I can do it next. Well, they won't be there next time.
No.
I can try, but this is where your math comes into play with this game, because I have to look and see what is the worst and best case scenario. So with Pasco, if he rolls a 6 plus 3, the most I can get is a 9.
Yeah, and they roll a 6, it's plus 6, it's a 12, and it's 3 willpower damage to you.
Right, so that's the lowest, or what's the lowest they can get?
The lowest they can get would be
Because they can roll
3.
If they roll 1.
So it'll be a 9.
Or, wait, no, they could roll. If they rolled all 1s, it would be
a 3.
3.
So it would
So
be
a
9.
2 would be better. Right.
Okay. That'd be an 8.
So
It's
I
not
would
worth
lose
it. You
two.
can't do it by yourself.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to have Iara, which can't do it this round. So and you can't do it. So it's not gonna happen today. So we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit tomorrow to kill that one.
Okay, so in the meantime, what are you gonna do? You want to go check out? Can you get to this mountain cave?
Well, I
thing?
mean, I guess the question would be, do you want to let Pasco continue on, and then have Marin and Iara
Run
go back
back.
and kill that one?
Yeah, let's do that because there's no point in you just wasting time.
Right. So I've got 2, right? So I might as well go 1, 2, and pick up this cave problem. And it's what makes this game so much fun. -3 willpower, which I would have probably got if I just fought. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, so what is Cram gonna do for the rest of his time?
Cram is going to
Check out
need
this
to
cave?
move that cave. Yeah.
So
move that cave.
1, 2, 1, 2,
And then cram that in there.
+2 willpower.
Yeah, you got some willpower. Positive
did.
willpower.
Okay, and then I can move 1 more, so I'll see what this fog token is.
All right.
Maybe it'll be a mountain man. It is not a mountain man. It's an event card.
Now you are currently at 12 willpower.
Ooh, I just knocked over a scroll.
So you could next game, as long as nothing, or next round, as long as nothing bad happens,
Hop over here.
hop over to the side and start getting those. So that's not a bad idea. Event cards are always good. That's right. If you mean by bad, by good, you mean
Yeah.
bad.
Sometimes they're good.
What do you got in your hand?
Oh!
Well, are you excited about that?
We found one of the mountain men!
So one of the 3 that
Where
we need
did I
to
just
find.
pick this up?
I assume you picked it up here.
But I'm in the space with the fog token. But this is a cave token.
I don't know. I don't watch what you do.
I
when
picked this
you're-
up! It must have been here.
Well, then
Why
don't-
did I pick that up? Where did my fog token go? That.
We can't watch it back. Oh, that fell off. You picked it up and you got +2 is why. It was +2, and I put it over here.
Then what was this cave?
That cave was.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was a +2.
That was a +2. So where'd the fog token go?
I assume it's this +2 because that was the only other place you had it. Or no. +2 was down here.
That was strength.
Okay. Well, no, you got a card.
That's what it was.
Yep.
It was a card.
Yeah.
Why did I pick that up?
I don't know. Here. Give me those. Give me that one. And let's randomize it.
What's a guy got to do to find a tall, handsome mountain man around here?
They're not tall and they're not handsome. So, around here. That you can do. Can you turn the AC up a little?
I just did. Are you sure you two are qualified to be playing this game?
No, we're not qualified to play any games. We've probably received letters telling us to stop, but we've ignored them.
That's
But-
AC, right? That little.
Well, yeah, but you turned the fan off, apparently.
I just went through the cycle to make sure it was on the AC.
All right, you go ahead and do the rest of your turn there.
I'm done. We're at the sunrise backs now.
Okay. Sorry, we're working with the air conditioner to try to keep from being too hot. It is hot here. It's like 94 degrees, and we're in the attic space.
87. Yeah, it's probably 94 in here.
But we have an AC unit, so it's
AC with the
AC.
Detmers.
I can put it on.
No.
Cam, and we can
no,
talk about how.
No.
Here,
Okay.
so
no, we're going through the sunrise box. Actually, put the cam. Can you? You can't see the sunrise box. Can you? So the sunrise box has things we have to go through after we've finished our day. First thing we do is pull an event card. The water from the springs was pure and cold. In his next move, one of the heroes must activate a spring. Then he gets double the indicated quantity of willpower points. If he does not do that, he loses 4 willpower
Oh,
points.
shoot.
We have to decide which one's going to be able to do that.
Well, the springs are here and here, so the only one that's going to be able to do that is.
Come on, I can't jump. Well, I guess
Right.
I can go over here. Can I?
Yeah, well, you can
One,
jump up there cheaper.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but you can jump.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
But you got. Oh, you want to go going for that one? I might as well, I
have
guess,
to.
because That's got a +2 and that's got a +4.
Yeah.
And you get double. I've never seen such willpower given, only taken away. Air conditioning management
Rivals?
request.
West.
Sounds like a form. So you can go up there and give 4.
Yeah.
Or you can go across there and just damn the torpedoes.
See, well, I could get this cave.
I would still do this. 1, 2.
I can get this cave, and I can get this cave. And hopefully find some mountain men.
So you have to do that today at some point.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
We can do this.
Sunrise box, part number 2.
Yes.
All the wargers move.
So the wargers get to move twice. They move once and then they move again a little bit.
And all creatures move, the one that's on the lowest numbered space moves first. So this guy down here at the very bottom of the dwarf road, he's going to go first because he's on 212.
Excellent. He's way back there, but he's going to lead.
Yeah, he is. Oh, crapolas. Look at this mess. So this guy here, he's on 223. He would go here, but creatures cannot be in the same space as another creature. So then he would skip ahead and go here. But again, he can't be in the same space with another creature. So he skips ahead and he goes here. And then these two guys are going to go. So he's going to go here and he's going to go here. Then the Skrulls are all going to go.
We get 10 here.
Oh, we're going to lose this so fast. So he's going to go here. He'll go here. He's on 219, so he'll go next, and there's a warger there, so he skips and he goes here. Then 220 will go to 219, 221 will go woo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop, ba-doop.
Does he make that sound when he moves?
Yeah.
Well, then I want to kill him.
He's an odd one. And then the trolls would go. Fortunately, there's no trolls on the board currently, but then we get back to the wargers again. So this guy on 217 here, him.
Turn him that way, so.
Yeah, he is going to go here to here to here to here. Whoo!
Yeah, and see, if they get here, we get 2 people there.
Yeah.
Oh man, the white balance really shifts here.
Oh,
So
that was bad. That was really bad.
here, let's remember to set up all our characters pointing towards the extent of can, and that way it looks cooler. Okay.
As we die quickly.
Yeah, so
very, very quickly.
essentially what we're going to have to do in this round is come back here and do some killing, which is going to advance our narrator up, and we have to have something done by the time he gets
We
here.
have to find the mountain men.
We have to find 2 more mountain men. So
We haven't found any mountain men yet.
we found one.
No,
Or no,
that was
you
that was an
thought you
accidental-
found one.
That was an accidental
You got
finding.
you found a mountain man in your hand and you didn't even know why. So
Don't know how I ended up picking it up.
all right, cam here, and
Okay, on with the sunrise box. Next thing that we do.
so we're screwed.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a quick game. Next thing we do is replenish the caves.
And the wells.
And not yet. We're not that far yet.
Okay.
The next thing that is, we're going to skip over this little skeleton hand because the skeletons aren't involved yet, thankfully. Then we have to eat.
Oh, are you in the same? You're in the same space as I am.
Hey, look at that! I gave you one of those before we had to eat.
Thanks for your nuts.
So we all have to discard.
Oh, you don't have any. And neither does she. Well, technically we don't, but we're gonna just. And so all of us eat except for
Cram does.
Cram can't get any. Doesn't have a nuts.
But instead of losing 8 willpower, he only loses 4 because that's his special power thing.
Yeah, which sucks because now you can't jump across.
I can jump across this one, so
Oh, you
because you only need 8 and I have 8. The next thing that we do is now we flip the wells. So any well that has been used in the previous day is now refreshed and ready to go again.
Yep,
then-
as real wells work.
Narrator moves up 1.
Most wells you can only drink out of once.
Once per day, yeah.
Go to sea and.
Go to sea. The work on the bridge was finally completed. It stretched over a yawning ravine whose bottom remained hidden in mist. Place the wooden bridge on the ravine between spaces 205 and 207. This will be treated as new space 206.
Done.
Done. Creatures on their way to camp will use the bridge as completely normal space. Place 1 troll on space 238.
That's the big guy, right?
Yeah.
That's Bill's uncle guy.
Is that your Uncle Bill?
Not that what your uncle look like. that what your uncle's back looks like?
238 right here. Place one mountain scroll on 241.
One mountain scroll on 241.
That's it.
You know, I thought things were going pretty well because we found 2 monsters that didn't come out. We would have run out. So even this could be worse. We always need to look on the right side of things.
Okay.
That's why they call me Positive Joe.
That's not what they call you.
That's why I pretend they call me Positive Joe. Instead of just awesome dude.
Yara goes first.
Yara says, "What the heck?
Where did all these monsters come from?
They ran right by me. So what I think I need to do is we're gonna have to kill 2 or 3.
Ooh, how do we get him? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You move 4. The ranger will move 3. I'll move 4, and then Yara will activate the fight. They'll kill
I mean,
that worker.
the other thing is we can let one get into camp. We don't lose the game.
So we kill one of these scrolls. I mean,
Well,
we'll
I
have
mean,
to
we
kill this
kill
scroll.
multiple scrolls.
Woo!
But if we
You really like that can.
but it makes it easier for people to see what's going on. So if we let this one just get into camp, it goes over on this card.
That I put over there.
This card, and we're with
You can
4
see in the
players.
4-player games, one can get through.
Yeah, so we won't lose if one gets through.
Those are shields, by the way. Phil, just get your mind on the gutter. Hey, Elena.
And then
Hey, Jo. How you doing?
so if we don't move over here, we can come over here. I can put the ranger here, and then he has the ability to hit all 4 of those.
Yes.
Then it's
that's
just a
what I'm
matter of where
Getting the other ones
you
positioned.
So the 204 and 205, or sorry, 204 and 214 are both equal distance away from the camp, so we can kill. I say this one and this one, and just let that one go.
thinking. Okay.
Now, do we need all 3 of us, or can 2 of us take one out?
Oh my, that is the question, isn't it? Because the other one of us probably should go looking for those mountain men.
I think the rangers, being the farthest away, should probably go ahead and keep looking for the mountain men. But I don't have the willpower to make the jump. Who does?
I have 7.
Iara can make the jump.
Marin has 7.
Well, I mean,
But you really need Marin in the fight.
so the good thing about Iara is, since it always flips to 7, right? If she rolls a 1, it's a 6. A 2, it's a 5. A 3, it's a 4. So the lowest I can roll is a 4, right? Plus I have 2 strength points, so that means I'm always going to add 6. With Pasco, I can probably always do pretty well with Pasco too with the dice. So I guess it's really a toss-up. I think in this case, Pasco's farther away, so we let him go ahead and do the search. Well, but going back to my other point, Iara can make the jump and take care of that up there when Pasco can't. So I think it's gonna have to be Pasco and Marin. So anyway, Iara's first. Is that the plan?
I think
We
so.
go down with 2 people and try to kill them?
Yeah. AJ, do you have a nice nap?
Alright, so where are we at here? I'm gonna go 1, 2. Can you
Buckle your
move 2?
shoe.
And a -3.
Of course.
1, 2,
Exactly what we
3.
didn't need.
Which means that she cannot
Make the jump.
make the jump now.
Shows a minus.
Yep. We've got both -3s out of there. So, suck. Okay. So now it goes to.
I mean, you could have gone down to the bridge instead of making the jump. But, yeah,
Well, I was trying to pick those up.
I know.
So, Pasco. Pasco's going to move 1, 2, and be there ready for the fight. Then we need to. Marin's going to have to move back
1.
to, I would think here is the worst
Okay.
threat, right?
Yeah.
Unless you want to come here and we do the fight, then go there and do the fight. That would be
Well-
more efficient. right? Because you're
Yeah.
moving
Yes,
one, then
yes,
fighting, and
yes.
moving another one, fighting. So we'll go there for one, and then
On your turn, initiate the fight.
so now we're back to
Cram.
Cram. What's Cram gonna do? Did you flip this? Oh no, it
It's a
reset.
new one, yeah.
Do you want to?
I know what it is because we only had one other token to use.
So
Slight bit of cheating,
so
but
let
not
me
my
ask
fault.
you this: how's Cram feel about that cave?
Crams doesn't feel it's necessary.
Okay. So as Cram doesn't have a 12 anymore, you can't jump the will that use the.
Hey, we
jump
need to remember
pit.
that Mirren has this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I can move people with me. God damn it, we keep forgetting that.
Well, why don't we? Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, Cram's gonna run up and check this cave.
Cram it.
1, 2.
All right. What's in the cave?
Mountain Man!
Finally, there's one mountain man you found in your hand.
Mountain
But this time you expected him there.
We didn't know for sure it was gonna be him.
No, but you didn't look down and there was a mountain man in your hand. This time, you looked in the cave and found the mountain man before putting it
We
in.
need to remember he can't jump yet. He has to go get that. Oh, no, we're gonna come over and get this well, aren't we?
That was the plan.
Okay. Anyway, the hero cautiously approached the small figure. Its shaggy hair was almost like grass. Its clothing was made of fur and rough wool. My name is Yorn. I am an Agrin. This is what we have called ourselves ever since our ancestors settled here years ago. Which is an odd thing to say, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you don't say that right when you meet somebody.
I am a human. That is what we have called ourselves for as long as I can remember.
I'm John. I have lived here in Aurora for most of my life. My ancestors lived down my backyard. Nice to meet you.
The hero asked Yorn about the Pale King. You know of him? I have seen him too. He has been roving around for a few months. He and his bone warriors. We are being hunted too, that is all I know. But you should arm yourselves. Here in the Grey Mountains, there were wars many years ago.
I figured it wouldn't say that many minis.
We still find old weapons dating from times long past. I wish you luck. Then Yorn disappeared.
Poof!
Woof.
Poof disappeared? Okay, well, he's not in your hand anymore.
Roll 1 red die and 1 hero die in order to determine the spaces on which one old weapon will be placed face down.
I think thematically we should do Cram's die.
Okay, so the red die determines the 10s,
6.
and the hero die the hero die determines the 1s.
1.
Then add 200.
261.
261. There are 5 old weapons that give us slight bonuses that can be used once per game. 261, you say? I found
did.
it. Okay, do it again.
61.
Okay, do it again.
36.
236. Here it is.
Oh, right there by the dice. 31.
Here it is right there. Haha.
And 21.
221 was over in this middle pile somewhere, I think. Ah, here it is.
I don't know where that was.
I think it's right.
Okay. So that was the end of Cram's turn.
Let's see.
Okay, so now we go to Yara. Now Yara, what's that on her? Is that the weapon? Put
Yes,
in there with it?
it
Well,
is.
I think I'll pick it up.
You
and
think
it's
so?
and it's a free action, right?
Yes, it is.
Because it's like a weapon just fell into my hand.
Yeah, what'd you get?
It looks like a dagger. It looks like it says
Knife.
re-roll a die. It looks like.
It's a knifey, and it means the hero can roll one of his own dice again in battle. The archer can only roll his most recent roll die again, which is the one that counts.
Okay. Well,
You get a re-roll.
for her, I guess it's good. I mean, I can give it to somebody else. I'd probably give it to you when we meet up again. Okay, so now it's really my turn.
It is now really your turn.
So I could go get that other
Fog token.
fog token and see if it's a plus
Mountain
3 or a mountain man. I mean, we gotta have to check while I'm there, so might as well do it. All right.
Oh, there are no plus 3s. There's a plus 2.
It is a mountain man, so it was
Ooh,
worth.
it's a mountain man.
It was worth the time.
Okay.
That's 2 of the 3.
Mountain Man card number 2. One of the heroes once again encountered an Egrin. This one seemed a little stronger and bravely met the hero's gaze. My name is Yos. You already met my brother Yorn. He said we could trust you. They talked
How the
quickly.
hell did he know that?
I don't know, that's quick. Maybe they're telepathic. Or they have sending spells. Sending stones?
Sending stones.
Sending stones. With those words, Yas amicably extended his hand to the hero. In his hand was a small gift. Now, and always from now on, a hero who activates an Egrin can immediately take an article of his choice from the equipment board. Other than Star Herb or Witch's Brew.
Activate an Ingrid. How do we do that?
An Egrin. Egrin of the Mountain Men.
Get him excited and then he gives you a gift. I know what activate means.
When you find one in the caves or the fog.
Oh. Well, okay.
We get something from the equipment board, which means we can get nuts.
A helmet. Or nuts, right.
Or the falcon. Or the wineskin.
Or anything on the equipment board.
Or the cloak. I mean, we just listed everything. This applies not just to this legend, but to all subsequent ones as well.
Wow.
You are looking for the Pale King, correct? Unfortunately, I hardly know anything about him, but I believe he comes from our land, from Andor. And I know that you will defeat him, for that is what was prophesied. Hey, Carl and 20 Games, how you doing?
How you doing? Welcome to the destruction. Actually, we're doing okay so far. I mean, we're going to lose, but we're doing okay. You got really quiet. Go ahead.
There is a prophecy? Asked the hero.
Yep.
No, more sort of a picture. It's hard to explain. We're talking to one of the mountain men, the little guys that we found in the fog. The eldest one among us, grown, can tell you more about it. Find him. Do not read the Mountain Folk 3 card until you activate the next Egrin. Remember, you must also have read the third Mountain Folk card before the narrator reaches G.
Okay, so that was the end of Iara's turn. Now we go to Pasco's turn. So we're already in a space where we can kill one, which I think is why you stopped there to pick up, or to go ahead and help kill
Yes.
them. So we're going to go ahead and...
Pasco and Marion are going to try and kill that Skrull.
So Pasco has only got 3. Oh, didn't turn on Can. Alright, so back to Can. Let's see what you get. So
Ooh, I got a 6.
you got a 6?
So I have a
I didn't see it there. There we go. Can led me the wrong way.
I have a total of 11
Okay.
battle points.
I have a 2. I'm going to roll again. 1. So I got to take this one, whatever it is. 2. Alright,
Great.
so 2 plus 3.
So
On my
5.
stuff ones. Yeah, 5.
So your battle strength is 5. So that takes us to 16 total. We're going against a Skrull, which has a battle strength of 6 before he rolls his 3 dice. And willpower of 10.
Oh, you got a 6.
Fudge muffins.
So 12.
16 minus 12 is 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So at least we took him down 1. So now everybody moves up 1 day because we're going to attack him again.
Not 1 day, 1 hour.
1 hour, sorry.
Okay, go again.
And we're just going to say what we rolled at this point.
Ooh, I only got a 3.
Alright, so here we go. Got a 5. I'll stop at 5. So that gives me 5. That gives me an 8 total.
8 total, and my horse can't help me this time. So I have a total of 3 plus 3 is 6. So we have 14 total.
Right. Oh my god! So, here, wait, that's Can. So, as we said earlier, when the monster rolls anything that matches, they get added together. And then the damage is going to be whatever the higher number minus the lower number.
So the
what
scroll has 18
Yep.
to our 14
So we have to do 4 damage each, right?
each.
So as you can see, my willpower is at 4.
Dang.
So that takes it down to 0 willpower. And what happens when you get to 0 willpower?
You lose 1 strength and you go back to 3 willpower.
So I lose a strength and go back to a measly 3 willpower. We should not be fighting this anymore. This is why 3 is The power of 3.
Power of 3. Can't deny the power of 3. So what do you want to do? Do you want to try again with this thing?
Well, we don't have much choice. I think we're here. We need to do it. It's only going to take us one more hour, and we're already. I can't get any worse for me other than lose one more willpower point. And he rolled 2 6s.
So I'm not rolling for it this time.
All right.
So we spend another hour.
Yep. Okay.
The game board is pretty neat. I really like the artwork in this game.
So let's do it.
What are we doing? We're rolling 3 dice.
Rolling 4, 5. I'll
keep
stick
it
with 5. So
Ooh,
that is.
I have 2 5s. Unfortunately, heroes don't get to add theirs together.
So I guess
I have 5.
a 7 total, and then
I have 15 total then.
the monster, the scrawl, is going to roll 3, and he rolls 2 4s, which is 8. 8 plus 6 is
14.
And we rolled how many total?
15.
So he goes down 1, and we both we don't lose anything.
No.
We just lose time.
Yeah.
So let's do it again. As you can see, this is where it gets brutal. This is why we need 3 people. But what I could do if we stopped, whose turn was it?
If we stop, the monster goes back to full health.
Oh, well, then we gotta do it. He's down to 5, so.
I have 5, so
All
I
right.
have 8 total.
I got a 5 here. I'll stick with that. So that is a 7 total.
So that is 8 and 7 is 15.
15. He rolls 3, and he's got a
12.
6, so 12.
So that's 15 minus 12 is 3, which is not
1,
enough.
2, 3.
That's not enough!
Is there any other thing we can do here? Well, we're almost got him. All we need to do is 2 more points of damage. Let's do it! It's killing us! Let's do it!
6!
6!
I have
I'm
9.
maxed out, so I have 7, 8.
And I have 9. That's 8 and 9 is 17.
And he has
3,
that's 6 total.
4.
So 6.
4.
No, he got 2 3s.
You take the higher number.
No, not if you get doubles.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it'll be 6. So that's 12. So it's...
Well, we have a lot more. We had 17.
Okay. He's dead!
Dead. So he goes away to the death pile. The narrator moves up. We read another bit of the story, and
We get a reward.
we get a reward, which is what?
Either 6 willpower or 1 strength. Did we get our reward
We
for the
did
last
not.
time?
We did not.
We did not.
So, what was it? 1 strength?
6 willpower or 1 strength.
So why don't we do both of us do 1 strength as we didn't?
No,
get last time?
it's 1 strength.
No,
For one
we didn't-
person.
We didn't get it last time,
Gotcha.
so let's both take 1 strength.
Okay. Okay. Phew.
Or actually,
Ends your
I
day.
have crap for willpower. I've only got 3. So instead of taking the strength, I think I'll take the 6 willpower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, well that ends your day. Either way. Pasco's done. He's
Okay.
tired. That was a long, hard-won battle.
Wow!
Bless
That was
you.
exciting. Okay,
You ready for the next card?
I'm ready.
Something was stirring in the woods. The damp forest floor was moving. Roll a red die 3 times to determine the position of 3 skeletons.
Yeah, this game is intense. You really need to have 3 people fighting anything beyond the
Middle
lowest
level,
level monster.
yeah.
Or
You
you're
wipe 'em out.
wasting a lot of hours.
I mean, we did it though. I wouldn't take on a troll with just 2 people.
No, well, you can't mathematically do it.
No.
So, it's really an efficiency puzzle of figuring out how to get all your people together in the spots that you need them to be. Basically, I think what we're going to be doing is letting Cram check all the other stuff while the 3 of us go back here and defend the camp. Which is going to be okay for the first part of this game, finding the 3 little dudes. But then we're going to get a new objective, and we're all going to be halfway across the board and that's really going to screw us over.
It's a campaign game, so this is each box has its own little section of the campaign. But this is a standalone box, so you can play it without having to play the others. It's Legends numbers 11 through 17. Legend 11 teaches you how to play the game, or is a refresher on how to play if you've played before. So we played that while we were on vacation, so we're starting with Legend 12 today.
But it gives you a good idea of what the gameplay is, and this, if you wanted to get this game, I suggest getting the first one, and then finishing that all the way up before you worry about buying
this
the second
one. Is more brutal because they added a thing where you have to feed your people every round, and it is very punishing if you don't. Also, you're not supposed to move on to the next legend until you win this one, because different things happen based on if you win or lose.
Yeah,
it's a very story-driven game too. This version is hard.
It is more difficult.
I mean, we played this scenario before on vacation. Did I mention we were on vacation recently?
It's over now. Tomorrow we go back to work.
Yes. Anyway, we played this one, and we lost.
Yeah.
So this is our second playthrough.
So it is.
We got close though.
But I really do like the game.
Yes, it's a fun game.
And I would go get the first one.
Yeah.
For sure. And they're usually on sale, the first one. I don't know if we're going to have another one. Then they have expansions with different characters and things like that. So it's pretty expensive.
Okay, we're putting the 3 skeletons out.
Well, I'm supposed to roll this red die, right? 4.
So then there's a little 4 red die out there somewhere. Right there.
There. 6. Here. And 6. That's good. Now, I remember when we played on vacation.
Leland says the problem is you're doing the last hope. Should have went for the new hope.
Oh, yeah.
Only hope.
Or hope.
Only hope.
Yeah. When we played on vacation, these skeletons came out and everything goes... You thought it was bad before. Now it's cranking it up a notch on the bad.
Skeletons...
Rebellions are built on this, right? Okay.
Skeletons ignore creatures and vice versa. Also place skeletons on each of the spaces 220 and 243. 220 is where the other guy ended up.
And where?
243.
Okay.
Not done.
So, tell me about the skeletons.
More than one skeleton on a space forms a horde.
Horde.
Place the movement tokens face down on a stack on the 4th hour. Can you do that?
Okay.
If there are any time markers currently on the 4th hour, simply set them on the stack. Note: the next several cards will tell you the rules about the skeletons. You should read them carefully, since skeletons behave quite differently from creatures. So give yourself enough time to learn everything. Do we need to read over the skeleton movement for everybody?
I think you can pretty much just hit the high points.
Whenever a time marker leaves the 4th hour, so as we're moving along on a time track and we leave this 4th hour, the skeletons move. So we had to flip that top token and read it, and that's what happens. The hero still gets to complete his actions, whatever he is doing, and then the skeletons move. What else does this one say? Oh, it's a lot.
Sorry, I'm going to set the auto white balance.
Skeletons do not move along arrows, but always in the direction of a hero, as long as he is not standing more than 3 spaces away. Any skeleton that has no hero within visual range of 3 spaces will not move.
So, in essence...
Which actually becomes a little bit confusing, and I wanted to look up on BGG this rules, because I did read somebody saying that translated these rules a little wrong, and I forgot to do that.
Anyway, the way it's written is if you are within 3 spaces of the skeleton, they will come to you and basically grab you and hold you until you kill them. Or you knock them down essentially, and then they respawn, which is really bad. So that means you pretty much got to stay away from these skeletons completely on your turn, or get the hell away from them, or you're going to be mincemeat.
Skeletons on the lower number spaces always go first. If several heroes are equally far away, skeletons always choose the one who is on the lowest number space. Skeletons cannot reach a hero. i.e., if they have to make a stopover and there is more than one space equally far from the hero, the skeletons always choose a path that would allow them to get to the space with the next lower number. That is what is confusing, because it says if they are more than 3 spaces away, they won't move. And then it says if they have to make a stopover, which why would they have to make a stopover if they're not moving if somebody's more than 3 spaces away?
Right. I would look at it as the first thing it says, if they're not within 3 spaces, they don't move, then you don't worry about the second part. Well, and it makes sense.
Skeleton standing on the same space as a hero doesn't move anymore. Hero standing on the same space as a skeleton can no longer choose the move action. Enter a space with a skeleton, you can't move. Skeleton battle values. Skeleton rolls 2 white dice.
Well,
they have white spaces. So
let's get to that when we fight skeletons.
Okay.
So, right now, these skeletons are down here, and the closest person is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, so they're not going to move there. We have 2 skeletons up here, and all I got to do is get Iara at least 3 spaces away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I got to get over to the road here, which we need to do anyway because we are going to get overrun. If 2 of these guys make it to the camp, we lose anyway. So we've got major issues.
You say that again.
So who caused that situation? Iara found the guy. We fought and killed this guy, which moved the narrator. So that means it's to your turn.
Okay, so I have 1 movement. I have 1 thing I can do.
Well,
if I move 1, I can do overtime to battle with you next time.
I think you have to, and I think we have to kill this one.
Okay, so I will move 1.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
once again, well, let's see. I gotta get her over to the road. Iara. So that is now Cram's turn. Is it difficult to drink without it being open?
Mm-hmm.
What you drinking out of?
Our new incorrigible merchandise says, "Go with the flow."
Oh, you got a can that. There you go. Available where?
Where all incorrigible merchandise is sold. Redbubble.
It's on the website.
Oh, it is on our website. Everything's on the website. incorrigibleparty.com.
Right. So after that,
Merch game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can Cram take his turn?
Hold on. I'm looking 5. It's going to take all 5 to get more than 3 away from the skeleton. And I'm at 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to take overtime just for me to get there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead and cram it. Because it's going to basically mean nothing. Unless there's some way I can get 3 willpower points to be able to make that jump, I'm coming back here on my turn and it's going to be a useless day.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And once it passes 4, the skeleton
Moves, yeah.
but only after the whole turn is done.
Yes.
Okay.
So the ones with the red bases are the creatures, the baddies. The ones with the white bases are the skeletons, also baddies. And then the other colors are the heroes. So yellow is Cram, which is me.
Yep.
Sorry, waiting for Cam.
So there you can see.
So this is Cram. This is Pasco. I don't know why I can't remember that name. This is Marin, and this is Iara. John is Iara and Pasco. I am Marin and Cram.
There we go. Yeah, and the weight balance changes and everything. Okay. So
Cram can go now.
Cram can go. And what's Cram going to do?
He's gonna hop over here to this bridge for 1.
Okay.
You're fine. Our flow gets disrupted all the time.
Oh, no. Ask questions. That's fine.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
So
Moving
that's
3 hours. Boy, that would be much easier with your fingers.
1, 2, 3.
Now, you have...
I have to activate the skeletons, but more importantly, I get to accomplish this card, get this well used, which gives me 4, but because of this card, it gives me 8, which gives me to
16.
yes, that number.
The bad thing is, you just activated the skeleton.
I did.
And the bad thing about that is, I am within 3 of a horde.
Oh, you are. Each individual skeleton now moves 1 space. Then every horde moves 1 space.
Regardless?
One
well,
space.
they can only move if they are within 3.
Of a hero.
So they both move 1 space.
They will both move 1 space.
Which is not to me.
Why not?
Because I am more than 1 space away from them.
They will move 1 space.
Right. So they move.
But there was
one-
in 3 spaces, so they moved to the closest hero.
No, I know, but they're not on me, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant they're not going to move towards you.
No, they're moving towards me, but they're not
That's
in
why I
my
was
space.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
easily
that-
confused. Let's go. Whose turn is it?
Well, hell, I don't know.
It's my turn. Because you just went.
Yeah, it's-
Cram can't cause the problem.
It didn't cause a problem. It's Yara's turn. What's Yara going to do?
Well, I don't have enough willpower to jump, but I can use my portal magic
Ooh, you can.
to advance yourself or one hero to the camp or supply wagon. I can do this once per game. I have 3 spells that I can use, and one of them being the teleport spell.
You can go back to camp and pick up that
Yeah.
shield and not use it for the fire shield part, just use it for the no reduction of willpower part.
You may allocate a coin of willpower points. I can also give willpower points to other people. Or
Not
wait,
yourself?
I can do it to me, I think. Hold on. You may allocate the quantity of willpower points
You're only
equal
on
to the ones.
You're only on a
I'm
3.
only on a 3. So I'm going to use my portal, and I'm going to move back to the camp.
What's that sound like?
Wow, 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 wow.
I can't
'cause
reach
it's-
it. You want my Twinkies?
No. And I'm going to pick up the
Pick up that
shield.
Pick up that shield.
So, even though it's not something I particularly wanted to do, we did get everything from that area, so
Yes.
it's now going to be on Cram to get up there, and of course he can't jump across up there either, so
I'm about to come back down.
yeah.
I might as well try and get these. We gotta find the freaking mountain man!
Well, he might be right there next to you, in either one of those spots. Alright, so I moved back. That using the spell
That
is
takes you an hour.
Is that a free action?
I believe it takes you an hour.
Oh, it does take an hour. It does say that. Okay, so she is done. Now we go to Pasco, which can fight, and the question is, do we wait to get 3 of us together to fight it?
I'm already gonna go into overtime just to fight, so I really don't want to wait again. Because I'm only at 3 willpower right now.
So you want the 2 of us to go
It's
and
gonna
try to
cost
take
me-
out 1?
2 willpower to do this.
So let's where are you at on strength?
For the first battle, I'd be at a 6.
Let's see, I had 2. Okay. I mean, we may end up doing it twice because
Can't. I literally can't.
well, you can.
I only have 3 willpower. I can't.
You go back to 3 and lose the strength. I'm just saying. Hear me
No,
out.
no. I mean, I can't push it twice. You're not allowed to.
What do you mean you're not allowed to? That's why they got 3 of them up there.
Not if you can't go below 0 willpower. You can't push it and go below 0 willpower.
So my point being is it worth you? Is
Doing
it
one
worth
battle.
us fighting? Because what's going to happen at the end? He's going to move 1.
oh,
2.
you were already back in the sunrise block. You can't do anything anyway.
Oh, you're right. Yep. So it goes to.
Man, I'm done. There's no
Oh wait,
point.
no, I haven't done anything yet. That's why I'm in the sunrise block, right?
Then how am I all the way up?
Because I haven't done anything but move.
No, you're already back. There's no way that you haven't done anything and we're all
All right,
done with
all
our day.
right, all right. I can't remember. Okay.
I think I'm
Oh
good. I
yeah,
don't think
because
we're qualified
I think
to play this
I
game.
think I fought that. Okay. All right, so then you're
I'm
gonna
done.
just be done.
Yeah, I'm
because
just
there's no
done.
point in taking all the damage. The only problem is what's going to happen in the
Think you could take that warg by yourself?
Well, max I can do is 6. Right? I can re-roll if I need to, but I could possibly get a 6.
That'd
Plus
be an 8
2,
total.
so it'd be an 8 total. What's the warp gun? 2.
2.
And then could roll 2 dice. The worst they could get is 6. 12. 13, 14 versus my 8.
So
That's worst case
probably
scenario.
not.
Best case scenario, they would get a
2.
4.
Yeah, 4. To your 8.
To my 8.
You'd
which
have to
would take
battle
down
it
4.
twice.
I have to go twice. So that doesn't seem like a good thing. So I think we just have to play it out because they might get 2 of them in there.
Well, you can pick up that other weapon that's over there.
Yeah, might as well.
Wait,
Is it my turn?
no. It's Cram's turn.
Okay, cram it.
Shall I go up to that cave?
Yeah, might as well. One or the other.
Can you... Ooh, I got food.
Oh yeah, we're screwed on that too.
Oh, shoobadoos. Yeah, you don't have any food.
Yep.
So now Cram's done. Okay, so you move,
Yep.
which activates the skeletons.
Yep, but nothing's within 3. So nobody moves. And I got the bottom part of a sword. Which doesn't do anything.
So you get the top part.
You get the top part.
No, you have the top part, which doesn't do anything until you get the bottom part.
Either way. I don't get +5 until that.
Until you get the
occurs.
bottom part.
Okay, so that was 1.
Yep, you have 2 more hours, you can do something.
Well, I might as well move 1, 2. Oh, yeah. I mean, just to be closer to the battle for next time, right?
Yep.
Or I could do 1, 2 and go into here. Because that one's getting through regardless. So I might as well be up 1 closer. Okay, that's the end
How
of the
did
day.
you make it all the way up there? From where that 4 is?
Oh, it was in the 4?
Yeah.
1, 2. Let's go that way.
Okay. Well, that went well.
You said should do shabadoos.
Shoobadoos.
Shubadoos. Without issuing adult language. She does it all the time. She goes,
I'm sorry.
nasty.
I apologize. When watching our streams, there will be some questionable language.
she does it right in front of the kids. I mean, granted, one of them's 26, but she doesn't need to hear that shit.
Okay, let's read our event card, shall we?
Read it.
The heroes kept stumbling over bones and rusted armor. The wars that had once raged through the Grey Mountains were long past, and yet these horrors still moved many a hero's heart.
Hordes?
Horrors.
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 Okay. I just want to be completely clear on what you said. Because I don't know what kind of game. I don't know. This has probably got at least a PG-13 theme.
It is now 6:43, and I shall talk like Shakar for 5 minutes, and I will say, shoobadoos.
Damn.
I really dislike this card. It has come up before for us.
I don't think I got a timer.
It
I'm
says-
sure I do somewhere.
It would be under clock.
Oh, here's a clock.
Just the wizard and the dwarf will
There we
now lose 2 willpower points.
Just the wizard.
And the dwarf.
Just 2 willpower?
Yes.
Gosh damn it.
You are the wizard,
Yeah.
the ranger,
Yep.
warrior,
Yep.
dwarf.
Yep. Dwarf used to be a class in the original D&D. So did was elf, I believe.
That was it. That was the whole thing.
That was the class. They had special traits and stuff. That was back in the old days.
So what is Cram then, do you think? A fighter? A
Yeah.
warrior, same as
He'd
Marin?
be a warrior.
He is holding the great big axe.
Yeah. Never know with the little guys what you're gonna get.
Okay, the wargs shall now move.
Do it.
That one
Let's
first.
get this over with. Cause it's gonna be bad. Okay. Warg.
This one goes?
Did he move 2?
Not yet. Oh, sorry, you are correct. This one will go here, and this one will go here.
Okay.
Which will cause a problem. And now the
course.
scrolls. Scrolls shall move.
He moves one. He moves one. Let's see, wait, you gotta do it in order of number. So 204.
Yes.
205.
Yes.
Oh, we're screwed.
We lost.
And
This is it. This is the end of the game.
Then what's that number right there?
That number is 219.
So 214 goes. He jumps that one, jumps that one, jumps that one, goes in,
Nope. Yes.
goes into the
over
camp. Okay, there's the first one in. All right, and then this one moves there. That one moves. I don't even know why we're doing it, but because we know it's done. 38 goes before that one, but that's okay. And it goes to 207, which means it jumps over that, which goes to 206. Okay, and then
Then the wargs move again.
wargs move again. But
These
we'll
are
start
some-
with this one,
These
and
are
it
some big Shubadoo times.
goes to the camp, which
We've
I
lost.
will show you with Key and Cam how they already got one in the spot, and another one doesn't go in the spot,
There is no spot for
which
the other.
means we lose.
Yes.
Therefore, stream over! So this is similar to what happened last time. The only difference was we did the soundtrack is wait a second. How do we say at the end of every episode? Tabletop audio. Music provided by Tabletop Audio.
Picked out by Leland for us.
Yeah, Leland took care of us. I can't hear the audio. I can't hear the soundtrack right now because I got the audio turned off.
Leave it down.
No, I don't hear it. So does it cool sounding?
Do we want to continue on or call it quits?
Well, we're done. We lost.
Technically.
Not technically. We actually lost. There's no technicality. Yeah, you got a minute and a half of Shakara, so no, I think we lost the game, and we're gonna have to play this off to get to the next one.
Mountain Man!
Yeah. So as you can see, this game is pretty brutal. It just takes. Why is the? Gotta get that fixed too.
What?
The text thing on the screen is too. Oh. See what's doing? Set it off. I don't know why.
Oh, the music is the sound of monsters right now. How appropriate.
I'm going to fix that too. So, yeah, I never look up at the one that's actually on the screen. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty brutal.
But we are going to.
We are only going to play one time through each legend. We will play this during the week.
Well, we'll either play it during the week or we'll lie and say we played it during the week and go to the next adventure. Either way, we're going to the next adventure. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. Especially the skeletons didn't even really come into play. But if the skeletons grab you on this level, then you're stuck, and it just sort of takes another player out of the game for you for that time, and then everybody has to run over to help. Because I think the skeletons go down pretty easy, but they still are quite a
They
a
either
pain.
come back or they cause other issues.
And if you take them down, there's a little skeleton hand up on the whatever you call it, track, sunrise track that will bring them back. So it's just going to get progressively more difficult. I don't know what we could have done differently this time. I don't think there was anything we could have necessarily done much better because we still needed to go do the things that we needed to do up here to be able to get that other dwarf guy and
Mountain Man.
Mountain Man. I think we just lost a couple turns worth of efficiency in here, jumping back and forth to keep things from the one we had. And we took on something that was probably more powerful than two people and lost about 4 hours in that battle, which really hurt.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a group of 3 and one person to run around doing the other stuff. I mean, I don't think we can leave it to 2 people to try and battle the Skrulls. They can battle wargs, but 2 people can't easily take out a
Yeah, so I think if we do this again, one of the people, depending on who they are, has to grab this 3 like we did this time and the time we played it on vacation, do the jump across, and go and do that, and then the other ones all have to gang together, kill all those off. The problem with that is it advances the narrator, which adds more stuff to it and speeds up the game. And if we don't have all 3 of them by the time it gets to G, then we lose all.
too. Yeah.
So really, it's more. I think those wargs are probably the worst. If we could take those
With
wargs
them going
out,
twice.
because they make the leapfrogging, right? Because if we killed just the wargs, the other ones would. And well, the other problem is this one here, where they both feed into one, causes a jump. So we need to kill one of those and the wargs. And then we would probably be better. We killed 2 of the other dudes. Once again, it's an efficiency puzzle. You just got to figure out what's the best possible way to.
I was just trying to
do
rub
that.
elbows.
We are rubbing elbows.
Now you're
Look how
elbowing me. There's a difference.
there's a difference.
Yes.
This is elbowing. That causes damage. You'd have to roll on that. I roll. Yeah.
You're aggressively rubbing my elbow. You can
And
stop your timer now.
we even. Oh, yeah, you're 7 minutes into Shakara. But we also. We had the advantage of using the spell too. If I didn't use that, I wouldn't even. But not that it made any difference, but. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, a good game of Death with the Detmers because it is brutal.
Yes. 1d4
Yeah, 1d4.
elbow damage.
I can make
If
it
was
1d6.
If my elbow, it'd be even more.
Well, it is like a stabby. Every joint you have, you can kill somebody. So anyway, it's not an overly complicated game.
No.
Once you've played it 1 or 2 times, it's just very unforgiving.
Yes.
If you make mistakes in this game, are disastrous, and that's probably the thing. And this one was a little bit. This one's a little tougher because you have to basically go out and find stuff. And if you didn't have to go out and find stuff, and you just had time to go do the objective,
We'd love to have you here next week, Carl.
all right. Well, we'll be here next week.
And I'm going to predict we're going to lose every game on the first play.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna as you said, there's 5 games.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
How many does that make?
6.
Okay, good job.
I didn't know you needed me to say the 6. I was showing you the 6.
I think you look confused after you got the thumb down. You went like, now where do I go? So, yes, 6 games. That the first one being the introductory. So there's only 5.
That's where I was confused.
And this
because
is
I
being
didn't count the 11.
this being one of those 5. So we have 4 left.
12. This is one we're on.
So
13,
so 11's
14,
not part of it.
15, 16, 17.
So there's
5 left.
5 left. I think we're going to win 2 of the next 5. Yeah. Because I don't think all of them are going to be quite as brutal as this first one. I think what they did is they gave you they sort of made it a little bit easy on that first. Well, the first one wasn't even easy.
No, the first one was awful.
The original game of Descent was the same. You always lose the first 1 or 2 attempts and then figure out the way. That's true.
That's what I'm thinking, because the first time you play it and you see what all you need to do and you kind of learn the puzzle as you go.
Right.
And then you play again and then you might win the second time. Sometimes it's the third time.
But there's enough random stuff in here that can really screw
Yeah.
you over.
Yes, definitely.
Unlike, and there's a little bit of random in Descent, of course, but I think this has got a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
And
with
were.
the fog tokens and the dice and everything, the caves, you not knowing where anything is, and you have to search and find. It's could be very difficult.
I mean, some of the other games we were considering playing on our stream Descent was one of them because we have Descent and all the expansions. The only thing I think we would do differently with Descent would be play with more of the
Imperial
Assault
Assault
rules for.
But it would still be
the-
you against me, not both of us working against the game.
Right.
Which is ultimately why we decided not to.
So we decided against that one. But the other game we were planning on maybe doing is
Village
Shadows.
Attacks.
Yeah, Village Attacks or Shadows of Brimstone. Shadows of Brimstone has. We have a ton of stuff for Shadows of Brimstone. It's a lot more complicated of a
lot
game
more
than
involved.
this. And but the cool thing is you can go to different, portal to different environments and different places. We had a group we played with a couple of years ago where we got together once every few weeks and played, and it was fun. But it's a big undertaking. You have to take a lot of cards. There's a lot of stuff you have to do.
About a setup.
But I really like Shadows of Brimstone. I think it's a really neat concept, the Old West with the Cthulhu type of things. Yeah, Shadows of Brimstone is we may try to get that one to the table.
I mean, if we could figure out Kingdom Death, we could.
No, I don't have a problem with figuring it out. I think the problem is figuring out how to stream it because there's so many. You're putting the map together as you go.
Yeah.
And a lot of it could take a lot of time, and the streams could last for a number of hours.
That's true. Be a longer stream.
With, what was the other one? Village Attacks, which is probably the one we'll do next. There's a lot of dice rolling in that.
It's another campaign game. It's a tower defense game. Or
Yeah.
castle defense, literally.
But you play the monsters rather than
Yeah, the
villages.
village is coming to attack you and you're defending your home, your castle.
And we kickstarted that, so there's a ton of minis, and
Really cool minis.
that might give me, well, I'm not going to get all the minis painted. But I could get some of the minis painted.
You could at least maybe get a base coat on.
Right.
He won't show them if they're just amazing.
I mean, you can't, as crappy as this viewpoint is, you can't really tell, so maybe we'll do something. Probably we'll do Village Attacks next, and then move on to maybe Kingdom Death again. I think the
Gambler's Chest.
Gambler's Chest comes out and should be here around December based on, well, who knows, with shipping containers doing whatever they're doing. So we'll have 5 more games of this, then we'll probably go to Village Attacks, which is a campaign of 5.
I think so.
And then we will probably go to, if it's not time for Kingdom Death, we'll probably go to Shadows of Brimstone.
Okay, sounds good.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyway,
We may change our mind again. 'cause
thanks
we've changed it
for
twice now.
tuning in, and we will try this again next. Well, we'll try another one.
Try
next
13
week,
next week.
and see how it goes. So, see if you want
Thanks
to rate
for
anybody.
watching.
Probably not bother with it. Do we have anybody on there? Do you have anybody on there? We can
Not
rate?
really.
Okay. Then we can rate the Incorrigible Party. They're on. Okay, well,